Hey, welcome back to the You versus You podcast. Today's episode is with Lisa. She agreed to let me do a body code session on her. The previous episode that you just watched was about the emotion code. I finally have my book on me, so I can finally show it to you guys. You can find it on Amazon. I have no special links because I got no kickbacks for the book. But if you do decide to become a practitioner, I do have a referral link if you want to get your practitioner's license. This podcast is all about empowering you guys to learn how to heal yourself. So, the emotion code is just what it says here at the top: how to release your trapped emotions for abundant health, love, and happiness. I did really good reading backwards until that one word. So, anyways, the emotion code was the previous episode, and today's episode is the body code. These are also on Audible. I listened to the body code on Audible. Honestly, I didn't even know it existed until my friend who got wowed by the emotion code and was all in on this work. She's a nurse and she was all in on this work as well. And she was like, "Bro, did you get the body code?" And I was like, "What? There's another one?" So, the body code is it just goes even more in depth, you guys. It breaks it down. So the emotion code, we simply just rely on tracking down emotions. So there's a column A, column B, 6 rows, 60 emotions. There's way more than that, but they just condensed it down to a list of 60 emotions, and the other emotions that weren't like that particular word, the vibration of it matched one of the words in the list of 60. I don't know if I've really needed to explain that to you, but I felt like I should. And then the body code basically breaks it out into the body and its systems. So there's 6 main categories in the body code app. Let me pull up the app. And you guys, the app is free. So the emotion code and the body code, app-wise, you do not have to be a practitioner for. Download it, check it out. Yeah, these are the 6 main categories of the body code: energy, circuit system, toxins, pathogens, misalignments, nutrition, and lifestyle. It just goes into more depth of what our entire body is made of. I'm actually not going to get super deep, but there's this one line that I was just like, this is perfect. The body is a self-healing organism. It knows what is wrong and what it needs, and the body code is how we decode those needs. So again, if you're just new here and maybe you didn't see the emotion code episode, all of this is done through muscle testing. Do you want a more fancier word? It's called kinesiology. In the emotion code, he first addresses all of the different routes of muscle testing that you can do. I, on the other hand, taught myself how to feel a yes or no inside my own body from a feminine embodiment course that I took. So, what I did with that is I thought it would be very powerful to understand that I have a yes or no system, and if I programmed myself to recognize my body reaction to a yes or to a no while I'm out in public, I figured it would serve me quite well to know who to stay away from and who might be safe. This episode again is a body code session with Lisa. I hope you guys really enjoy it. It's a very cool healing modality, and I can't even remember the list of things that I healed upon myself when I just started to even learn this system. I was too scared to tell anybody about it because it seems too easy, where our entire body can actually get healed through simply releasing energies. Just let that one sit, guys. This podcast, You versus You, it's all mostly me showing how amazing your human body is. It's a high-tech piece of technology that nobody taught us how to understand it and how to live with it and how to read it. And leave a comment and let us know what you thought about the session. So we're going to just get started with the body code session now. We've already cleared the space and I've set up all of our constructs for this session. I'm just going to say connect with Lisa now. And I'm going to muscle test here. Am I connected with Lisa? Yep. Okay. Just for the record as well, I taught my body yes or no. So when I'm out in the realm, I know if people are good or bad,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't do like physical muscle testing. But most people tend to do even like a finger test or like this physical visual test. But efficiency, Ashley, I just taught my body to say yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you might see my like it kind of likes to crank my head to the side on a yes because it just
Uh-huh.
can, it just tells me that yes, and sometimes it makes my head go a little sideways.
Hmm.
So, Lisa has agreed to just let her subconscious, which is our higher selves, lead the way, and we're just going to open up the body code and we're just going to decode imbalances as we go here. And if you feel anything, because I obviously you're more intuitive than most, so share whatever you feel. I too will also share like what I'm feeling inside my body as we go through it.
Okay.
Okay. So, is there an imbalance that we can decode for Lisa? Yes. Is this on the left side of the chart? Nope. Pathogen. Okay. I guess let me back up just a few steps. So, I'm just going to use my app, but these
Mm-hmm.
are the six main categories in the body code. So we've got energy, circuit system, toxins, pathogen, misalignments, lifestyle, nutrition. So then it goes like we're going to go into pathogen and we're
Mm-hmm.
going to test next if it's physical or energetic. And then usually what it goes after that is like these are all the pathogens that we can carry. And so you can either have it as a physical form or an energetic form. This also kind of brings in the ancestral knowledge
Mm-hmm.
of our bloodlines, and it's very interesting. Okay, so she tested for pathogen. Is this a physical pathogen? Nope. Energetic. Yep. Left side of the chart. Parasite, fungus. Okay, so energy of a fungus, the descriptions of a fungus, and all of that stuff. So is it necessary to identify more about this fungal energy? Okay. Do we need to know a location in the body? Nope. Was this absorbed from someone else? Okay. Absorbed. Do we need to know more? Was this inherited? No. Okay. Is there an associated imbalance that needs to be decoded? Okay. Okay, so sometimes what this does is before releasing it, it's got a couple little subcategories that it's affecting. So I'm gonna just back out. I gotta turn my heater off. I'm getting way too warm.
So we can release it?
Yep, we're gonna come back, but we gotta go find the associated imbalance that is
Okay.
tied in with it. Okay, so is this associated imbalance on the left side of the chart? Pathogen, misalignment. Okay, left side of the chart, skeleton, soft tissue, left side of the chart, gland. Okay, fascia, gland, left side of the chart, brain gland. Okay, other, left side of the chart, pituitary. Okay. Okay, so associated imbalance, we are at a misaligned pituitary gland. I'm sure you know how powerful the pituitary gland is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and again, like all of the info that this app has underneath each like organ and everything is pretty awesome. So I'll email those. Okay, is there an associated imbalance that needs to be decoded here? No. Okay, so what with this system, we have a governing meridian, right? That goes from under our lip and it actually goes all the way down to our low back.
Mm-hmm.
But and then we're magnetic creatures, so our hands have enough magnetism in them to just use your hand, or you can use a magnet. and it could just be like a normal fridge magnet if you want a little extra magnet power. But what we do here in this moment is just, I want you to just think about like literally the words love or gratitude, right? So you're going to be in that higher vibration, and then I'm going to just release. Actually, this one is we hold the intention, and I'm telling your subconscious we're going to realign the pituitary gland. Okay, so we usually do 3 swipes, and you
Do I
just
say
say,
that?
yep, you can do it too. Yep, so realign my pituitary gland, and
Do I
then
need to say that?
you can, nope, I'll say it, and then it programs you as well because you're hearing it, and two, I'm connected to you. So then we just muscle test. Were we able to realign the pituitary gland? Yes. Okay.
I said I feel a little dizzy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, Detox symptoms like afterwards can be like sneezing. If I heal something really deep, I do some weird diarrhea type thing, like it's
Mhm.
black oil. Um, Acne, like if acne comes out of nowhere, just kind of any type of like detox symptom. That can be, I like to say it's almost like a bubble at the bottom of a soda glass, and we just wiggled that sucker up to the top. So who knows what might happen in
Okay.
the physical realm. Okay, so we realign the pituitary. We're going to go back to the energy, the fungal energy. And if there's no other imbalances, then we're going to release it. Okay, are there any other associated imbalances with this fungal energy? I could already tell it was going to be a no. Okay. So at the bottom it says release the energy by swiping 3 times with a magnet or your hand on any length of the governing meridian. So again, we're just going to hold the intention that we are releasing. Oh, I lost her. Okay, is there an associated imbalance that needs to be decoded? Okay, so we've got another one to track down real quick. All right, we'll come back before we realign that. Okay, is this associated imbalance on the left side of the chart? Pathogen, misalignment, left side of the chart. Okay, system, common misalignment, chakra, left side of the chart, solar plexus, sacral, root. Okay, just double checking. Is there an associated imbalance that needs to be decoded here? No. Okay, so we are going to realign the solar chakra, solar plexus chakra right now. So you can swipe if you want. I'm gonna realign Lisa's solar plexus chakra immediately. It is done. Thank you. Were we able to realign her solar plexus chakra? Yes. Okay, so then back to the meridian. Are there any more associated imbalances with the misaligned governing meridian? No. Okay, so we are gonna now realign this meridian. Okay, we are going to ask to realign Lisa's governing meridian immediately. Were we able to realign the governing meridian? Yes. Okay, is there another imbalance we can decode for Lisa? Okay, left side of the chart. Pathogen, misalignment. Okay, left side of the chart. Skeleton, soft tissue, meridian. Okay, main meridian, extraordinary. Okay, left side of the chart. Conception meridian, governing meridian. Okay, very cool. We're about to realign your governing meridian, so that will help all of the pathways so that they can clear all of this out. And release that fungal energy while I was waiting for you to come back. I
Okay.
do have to say that I felt like a major blockage right here after it. So I don't know if you can feel that or not. It's not
Would I
actually.
feel the blockage now?
Yeah, like after that one, I just kind of got a little bit of just like a heavy energy just right here in my throat.
Well, the person that called was my daughter, and she has a thyroid issue.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know if that's related or,
it very easily could have been. So
yeah.
actually, it went away. So yeah,
Mhm.
there you go. Very cool. Okay, so we released the fungal energy and we've realigned the pituitary. So now we're going to go on a new path. We're going to go ahead and release this fungal energy from Lisa's body immediately. Thank you. You feeling?
Like just a lot of peace.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of funny that it was the governing meridian. So like that's like a big energetic pathway.
Mhm.
So the in his book he likes to describe it as the log, the key log. So one thing I'll do this will probably be like our last one on our time. Um I'll do a key one. So what it's saying is like show me the money. So our words, we just got to get clearer and more concise, right? So he's just saying like sometimes there's a log at the bottom of this pile up in a river, and
Mhm.
it's the reason why all these other logs got packed
Mhm.
in there. So it's like, hey, give us this guy, and then
Mhm.
poof, everything's gonna basically go with it. So
Mhm.
let's do that on this last one, and we'll get a really, because that's for the governing one to come up to get realigned is that's so good because that's like the
Mhm.
main one. Okay, so can we do one more decoding for Lisa? Okay. Show me a key imbalance for Lisa. Left side of the chart. Pathogen, misalignment. Okay, left side of the chart. Okay, just FYI, this has moved to like left side of the throat.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Dissipated a little bit. Okay, left side of the chart. Skeleton, soft tissue. Okay, meridian, soft tissue. I was looking at meridian when I got the yes, so I wanted to double check that. Left side of the chart. Gland, fascia. Girl, you're gonna get a good one today.
Mhm.
Okay, so this one is just fascial distortion. It's kind of just a wide one. Are there any associated imbalances that need to be decoded here? Yep, okay. Left side of the chart. Pathogen, misalignment. Left side of the chart. Skeleton, soft tissue. Left side of the chart. Gland. Okay, left side of the chart. Brain gland. Other. Other. Left side of the chart. Right side of the chart. Is this Lisa? Okay, just want to make sure that your daughter's energy didn't take over. I was like, maybe I should test that real quick. Is this the thymus, thyroid, parathyroid? Are there any associated imbalances that need to be decoded here? No. Okay, so this associated imbalance of the fascia led us to the parathyroid gland, and we are going to just correct the misalignment of the parathyroid gland right now. Okay, we're going to just correct the misalignment of Lisa's parathyroid gland immediately. It is done, thank you. Were we able to realign? Yes, okay. Okay, and then back to the fascia.
Mm. I feel like more movement in my neck area,
I
like
bet. Yeah,
or like
that's
that Kundalini energy is like,
uh-huh.
whoa, we have a
Yeah,
place to go.
absolutely. Yeah, you're gonna have to just do a little sit and let's feel this energy session after we're done. Yeah, because right now we're getting ready to release fascial distortion, and then like our fascia is like what connects us to the energetic realm. So yeah, you might get this nice
Yeah,
little
like I feel all these like this tingliness and like this
yeah.
like connection, like it's going out like wow.
Well, get ready because here comes here comes your actual fascial shield that connects to it all. Okay, are there any other imbalances that need to be decoded? No. Okay, here we go. Last one. We are going to correct the fascial distortion in Lisa's body immediately. It is done. Thank you. Were we able to correct the fascial distortion? Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to disconnect from Lisa so that you heard me say that. He even says that in his book that sometimes people forget to say disconnect, which that's where
Mhm.
disconnect came from. And he's like, people's days would be kind of whack. And they were like, what? And literally the one story that he tells is he's like, they forgot to say the word disconnect. So when they finally said disconnect, she like stopped having those extra thoughts from the person that did her reading.
Wow, I gotta have to do that now.
Yeah, you really are. Well, and honestly, that's what I was thinking of it when you were talking about being a family therapist and you're an empath. Empaths absorb. We just tend to not know how to let it go.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And people would say to me, well, don't they teach you that? Don't you know how to do that? And I'm like, no, I
No, I
don't.
don't. And so basically the only other thing that I really have just like you're understanding this now though, like everyone's just lost that sacred connection.
Mm-hmm.
Just say anything being sacred. So to me, that is even the churchgoers, it's just rote
Mm-hmm.
regurgitation, right? If you have no connection to the actual thing that you're doing, then you just don't. You
Yeah.
don't have this intentional practice. You're just doing
Mm-hmm.
what you were told. And that's all we knew. Like we've just been programmed little robots and we went, we got taught and we did what we were told. But
Mm-hmm.
this energy realm was just for me, it was like that missing puzzle piece
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
wraps it all together. And it's like once you realize how much control that energetic realm really does have on the body,
Mm-hmm.
you got to learn how to protect yourself from it. It's like that's where I'm at. It's just like it's real. And that's the power of words, which is vibrations.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the beauty of this system is me telling you, telling your subconscious to do this, it does it.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to tell it to do it. And so that was the bit for me. Yeah. Yeah. It's just like I wake up every morning and say the Lord's Prayer because I know what it means now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't have to worry the rest of the day that anybody else is in my field
Oh,
unless I
that's
invite
cool.
them in
Mm-hmm.
because you are sovereign over you. And it's just dig into that
Mm-hmm.
and claim your power.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One last thing I wanted to end it on was because I really like this question is what are your favorite grounding practices? If you want to share a couple with the audience.
Favorite grounding practices. Well, I've been doing Tai Chi, which has been really cool and helpful. That
Explain
one.
that to me, please.
So I go to a chiropractor and
Uh-huh.
because I injured my back and my knee.
Yep.
And he's been recommending it. I keep getting all these apps and things coming up for Tai Chi and even before he recommended it. And I just was like, all right, fine, but I need to lose weight. So like, is this going to do anything? Um, but what it's doing is it's balance. It's just moving with your breath, which I'm a yoga teacher too, but this is just
Okay.
like it feels like it's taking yoga, prayer, intention, energy, all to the same, like
I
it's
love
exactly like how I needed to bring everything together, it feels like, because
it.
you're moving and you're integrating left brain with right, and you're just moving slowly with your breath, but you're it was like, oh my God, I so needed this. I mean,
Yep.
and then, just being with my dog, walking with my dog, and petting my dog is another grounding exercise. Meditation also, really.
Mm, I love it. I'm all in on meditation.
Hmm.
It's just a gateway to so many things. You
Yeah,
know, I think it's a gateway to peace for one.
definitely,
It,
definitely.
yeah, internally finding that peace. And other than that, it's also the gateway to the answers that you seek.
Hmm.
Yeah. Lisa, thank you so much for this.
This was
I,
so amazing. This was so amazing. It was so great talking to you, and the energy work, and I'm so excited.
cool, cool. Thank you so, so much. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that body code session with Lisa. There was a lot of cool stuff that happened, and I want to read a message that she sent to me just a couple days later. Hi, Ashley. I just wanted to share some things that I noticed because I thought it might be good when you do your podcast to put in after experiences that I've had from healing. So today, as I was walking, I noticed I usually like my right ankle, there's a heaviness and it kind of bunches and doesn't feel good. Anyways, today it was not there and I was more balanced. I woke up this morning and I was just feeling around my navel center. Just felt different and it felt like I could feel that, I don't know what you called it, the core meridian. Like I could feel, and it just felt lighter. There's more movement in my neck, in my head, and my upper chakras. There's just more energy there. Well, I thought that was super cool, and I'm so glad I remembered to share it because we actually recorded this about a month ago that I had to remember to share the message of the after effects. So, one thing about these sessions, I always tell my clients there's always going to be like a detox symptom, and those detox symptoms are different across the board. Sneezing, acne. For me, it is like elimination number two in the toilet. Weird, weird style eliminations. So, especially deep, deep core wounds, if you finally find the programming and you get your conscious mind on it to undo that subconscious pattern, for me, it's a clean out that I has only happened when I worked on a super deep core wound. Kind of like the bubble at the bottom of your soda glass. This is what I like to tell them during the sessions. And what we did, especially like releasing an energy, just like releasing a trapped emotion, that bubble is at the bottom and it makes its way to the top. Who knows what that's going to do inside the human temple, inside the human body? But we're stirring stuff up, guys, that has been deeply buried in like sediment, right? And we're unearthing things, and our body is going to process it. And it might look different across the board, but for the most part, it will heal. It may take time. One of the issues that I did heal on myself is I started to have like this scaly skin on my eyelid, and it was starting to kind of spread. And I was just like, all right, let's put the body code to the test. Within 4 days, it was almost completely gone, but it probably took a whole month for it to disappear completely. And that's one thing I want to remind you guys of is that Rome wasn't built in a day, okay? Owned a CrossFit gym for 5 years, did nutrition quite well, and we gave all of our people the best knowledge that we could give them. And you still had people just struggling their bodies just so, were they eating correctly? We don't know. We were trusting them that they were telling us that they were hitting their protein, carbs, and fats and not cheating. But again, this this was the missing link. I understand food. I understand fitness. I did not understand my spirit. And it was missing and it was covered with junk and broken hearts and all kinds of energy that was not mine. And that is what this podcast is for, is I want to empower you guys to understand. Go watch the Tucker Carlson interview with the Exorcist guy. That's my whole point, is to get you guys aware that if you're not in charge of your energy and you're not commanding your temple, something else is, or someone else is. Our energies, that's quantum physics, is we can connect by just a mere thought. Me thinking about my husband, I would take his energy on, or vice versa. He would start feeling my energy. My biggest help, and you'll hear this in my episodes, is say the word disconnect. It's simply an energy clearing. You guys can just say, I want to disconnect from all energy that is not mine, and then just watch your body become untense. Watch thoughts leave your head. It's wild. And they didn't teach us this for a reason. And that is what this podcast is here for. And I hope you guys really enjoyed that body code session with Lisa. Hit me up. One-to-one sessions are available. Link is usually in the descriptions. That's all I got for you. Next week, belief code session. See you later. Hey guys, thanks for watching this episode. If this type of energy work is calling you and you're ready to go deeper, just book a session with me and we can have a full one-on-one with you. We can decide if you want to do emotion code, the body code, the belief code, or just have an intuitive reading session where I just mainly read the energies that are currently on your body. Mostly what I specialize in, it seems to be that people's heart energy is what comes through, that the soul is asking to be witnessed and to be released.